Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's News Update. In what is being called a terror attack, it's been reported that at least 7 people were killed and over 20 wounded when a bus carrying Israeli tourists exploded in Bulgaria on Wednesday. The bus was at the Sarajevo airport in Burgas, Bulgaria, a popular Black Sea coast destination for Israeli tourists, carrying passengers who had recently arrived there from Tel Aviv. Israel's foreign ministry is sending a team of experts to Burgas to assist local authorities. The Israeli embassy in Sofia has been mobilized as well. The explosion comes on the 18th anniversary of the 1994 terror attack on the AMIA Jewish Center in Buenos Aires. Earlier this week, American Jewish leaders sent a letter to Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu expressing concern over the findings of a recent Israeli government report that stated that West Bank settlements are legal. The letter was initiated by the nonprofit organization, the Israel Policy Forum, and was signed by 40 Jewish leaders, among them philanthropists Charles Bronfman and Lester Crown, former national chairman of United Jewish Appeal Marvin Lender, former chairman of the Jewish Agency Richard Pearlstone, and director of the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism Rabbi David Saperstein. In the letter, the leaders said they were concerned that the recent Levy report would place the two-state solution in danger, saying securing Israel's future as a Jewish and democratic state requires diplomatic and political leadership, not legal maneuverings. Further adding, we recognize and regret that the Palestinian Authority has abdicated leadership by not returning to the negotiating table. Nonetheless, our great fear is that the Levy report will not strengthen Israel's position in this conflict, but rather add fuel to those who seek to delegitimize Israel's right to exist. TiaCref says it will not engage in action leading to divestment from Caterpillar. The insurance and annuity fund's CEO, Roger Ferguson, made the announcement at the company's shareholders meeting in New York City Tuesday, following calls for them to divest from Caterpillar for doing business with Israel. Avi Posnick, regional coordinator for the East Coast for the nonprofit Stand With Us, was at the meeting to make sure the pro-Israel voice was heard as well. Speaking to Shalom TV, Posnick stated that it was sad to see the people calling for divestment, some of whom were Jewish, and to see that they don't have the facts. Posnick said they claim to say they represent human rights when in fact the boycott, divestment, and sanctions or BDS movement will only hurt the people they claim to be representing. It's only through cooperation with Israel that Palestinians' lives have improved. The United Nations has named David Sharia as legal coordinator for the Counterterrorism Committee Executive Directorate, making him the only Israeli to serve in a top security position in the UN Secretariat. Sharia will head up a team of 12 international legal experts who advise the Security Council. Sharia served as the Israeli Attorney General's chief attorney for counterterrorism cases before the Israeli Supreme Court and became a legal advisor to the Directorate in 2005. The Counterterrorism Committee was established after the 9/11 terrorist attacks to help UN member states combat terrorism from inside and outside of their borders, as well as to promote cooperation between countries. Well, we've been following the story of Nazi war criminal Ladislav Chitauri over the last few days, and today we are pleased to report that police in Hungary have arrested Chitauri and charged him with war crimes related to the deportation of over 15,000 Jews to Auschwitz during World War II. Nazi hunter Ephraim Zurov of the Simon Wiesenthal Center Israel office, who found the 97-year-old Chitauri in Budapest last September, told the Jerusalem Post that he was overjoyed by the news, calling it a great victory. When asked why he insisted on bringing the remaining Nazis and collaborators to trial over 60 years since World War II ended, Zurov said, quote, "The passage of time does not diminish the guilt of the killers." The JTA reports that a former civilian employee of the U.S. Army who was arrested for spying for Israel has died. Venome Kadesh was arrested in 2008 at the age of 85 for passing classified documents between 1980 and 1985 to an Israeli agent, reportedly the same agent as worked with Jonathan Pollard. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy and was sentenced in 2009 to pay a $50,000 fine. Kadesh was born in Connecticut and moved to what was then Palestine, returning to the U.S. after World War II, where he was employed by the Army for 27 years. According to the New Jersey Jewish News, no date of death or cause of death was made public. And finally, Jewish-American billionaire Sheldon Adelson and his wife Miriam have donated $13 million to the Birthright Taglit program, which brings Jewish young adults to Israel. The donation, announced Tuesday, is in addition to the $20 million the couple already gave the organization earlier this year. CEO of Taglit Birthright Israel, Gidi Mark, expressed his deep gratitude to the Adelsons, saying the gift enables Birthright to take full advantage of the generous matching grant provided by the Israeli government. The 78-year-old Adelson said that the donation will help bring another 5,000 young adults to Israel, and that Birthright was, quote, the best vehicle to strengthen the Jewish community and our people's connection with the State of Israel. Since its founding in 2000, Birthright has brought over 300,000 young adults to Israel from 59 countries. And that's Shalom TV's news update. I'm Teisha Bader.